Hello humans, welcome to Plan with Fox, the planner channel where everybody's anxious and nobody can fucking ever relax. I'm your host Fox, the one who's really anxious, and we're going to plan on a Thursday fucking morning because that's my life right now. That's my life right now. My dog is sighing heavily in the background because she's already tired of me. This was last week's plan. I did fill in the things that I did because it was really empty. If you all watched last week's plan with me, I didn't know what to put in here because life is chaos right now. So what I did was I actually went back and I filled in the things that I did throughout the week. So one of the cool things that I did is watch Hallmark movies because last weekend the Hallmark channel decided to do like we need a little Christmas weekend or something they called it, and they played Christmas movies all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we did watch one each night, so I put those in here. I added in some of the other things that we did, like we got takeout 2 of the nights. They are like encouraging that you safely get takeout, so keep supporting your local restaurants while this is all going on. So I put the days that we got that. We did meal plan and do our big shop, so hopefully we don't have to go back for another, well, until it would have been another week from Sunday, but it's Thursday, so in a few more days. I think we can make it a little bit longer, we'll see. But we did a big shop to get a lot of supplies for the week there. And then Wednesday night, Belvedere's where we go dancing, they did a live stream. They had like several of their DJs DJing and they did a live stream, and so we like put that on like the dance party, and then we cooked, and that was fun. I did finally play some World of Warcraft with my mom. That was great. And went for a nice walk because the weather was good this day. I did my runs. I did 3 runs, which is pretty good. I'm not really training for anything. I mean, maybe I am. I am waiting for Eagle Luck to get canceled. Everything else is getting canceled, even into June. So we'll see. You know, in a way, it'll be like I will take the pressure off of me if I don't have to train for that. But in a way, I really was looking forward to this, and I don't know. And it was kind of like sad today because Team PR or ER followed me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I might not get to run with y'all. So anyway, that's where we are right now. We did do Layla's eye drops every day, and she is finally done with her eye drops, thank goodness, because by the end of it, she was like, I fucking hate this. So that's just filling in where we added things on last week. Now I am planning the week of Monday, March 23rd through Sunday, March 29th. It is actually Thursday because my whole week has been a fucking mess. I'm using this kit from Peaches and Pinks, and I think it's so fucking cute. It's got these little tulips, and it's like this photo quality pictures again, and it's just springy, and I am going to work in the garden a little bit today, so I thought this week would be perfect to have some springiness. I just need something to keep me going because like the things that I've been relying on for so long to keep me going, like vacation, go wild, going out to the desert by myself for a couple days, like those things are things of the past. So it's difficult when you're the type of person that really like looks forward to things to not have things to look forward to. I mean, I do have things to look forward to, I guess, you know. We're watching Twin Peaks, which we're finally on the 3rd season, which we watched the whole 1st season before. We watched most of the 2nd season. We never finished the 2nd season, and now we're finally watching the 3rd season, which is the one that just came out in 2017. That was like the 25 years later, not reboot, but continuation of the story. And so we just started that, and it's fucking crazy and weird, and I love it. I'm really enjoying it, even though like last night's episode was a little bit slow, but it's still fun. Okay, so this is just some washi tape. I don't know where the fuck I got this at Go Wild last year. I don't know who it is, where it's from. It's not labeled, but it's really cute. This kit did not have any skinny washi for the top. It just has the real thick stuff for the bottom here, so I just added that on. I thought that matched the color scheme pretty well. I'm gonna put these down. So the thing with this week is I supremely underestimated how I was going to handle work in this time of crisis. So as everybody probably knows, I am a pharmacist and I work in retail, and that means that I have been on the front lines with people in a lot of ways. I don't want to say on the front lines, like, I don't know, it's weird. We are on the front lines because we have people constantly coming in, and, you know, we're always dealing with sick people. But at the same time, we're not actually, like, the only time that we touch people is when we have to give immunizations, or like theoretically if we check blood pressure, but I don't really do that very often. But immunizations, we touch people, but other than that, we're just handing things off to them and ringing them out and talking to them and interacting with them. So I feel like a little bit guilty saying on the front lines because I'm not actually touching, like we didn't have any PPE recently, so we weren't able to give immunizations, and we finally did just get some in. So now if people want vaccinations, we can do them. But we couldn't do that at first because we didn't have any PPE because they have been not available. And rightfully so, nurses and doctors who are seeing people in office and inpatient should get preference on that, and they have been. So we did finally get a small supply of masks, and so we are able to do that now. But so anyway, that's my complicated discussion of why I feel like a little bit guilty saying we're on the front lines, because we are interacting a lot. But I would like to point out, this is like classic, anxiety brain and classic bad self-esteem brain. I would never say to a grocery store worker that they are not the front lines, because I would absolutely consider them to be the front lines. But I'm like, well, in my situation, I'm just handling money and having people cough on me. So you always downplay your own situation, but we have been taking measures in the store, obviously. I mean, we always you're always cleaning, you're always washing your hands, you're always trying to be safe, because you do have sick people constantly, not just whenever there is a global pandemic on. We have really ramped up what we do in store and what our cleaning protocols are and how often we're cleaning, and I'm washing my hands even more than normal, which I don't even know why I don't have gloves on right now. Like I normally wear those like hand wraps, the fingerless gloves when I'm doing my plan with me, but it's like very warm right now, so I didn't feel like wearing them. So I apologize that you're seeing my like grainy hands. I have been religiously applying hand lotion, and that's been helping a little bit, but still it's like, I mean, you already wash your hands so much in pharmacy, and it's like now we're doing it even more. Like I tried to eat my lunch the other day, and then the phone rang, and then I had to do a counsel at the register, and I washed my hands after each interaction, even though I was only touching my phone that I had Lysol'd, or the computer screen that I had Lysol'd. Like I was only touching those things, but I still was like so paranoid that I stopped and washed my hands. So like eating my lunch with the interruptions that I get, I washed my hands 5 times in the middle of that. So I'm washing even more than I ever thought possible. But I think what really for me is that I didn't anticipate how exhausting it was going to be, because I figured everybody's trying to stay home. We're offering now free delivery for people if they want to have their stuff mailed to them. We have a partnership with the post office. So we're offering that, and I thought like really that we would see a decrease in customers, and like we were actually, up until maybe Tuesday, like last week, we were busier than normal, like way busier than normal, like running around, people coming in constantly. We have to keep telling, especially old men, okay? I'm calling out the dads here. I'm calling out all of our generation's dads, because that's who it is coming in here. They are bored. They have nothing to do at home, and so they're like, we're gonna go to the pharmacy. And I'm like, I love you, and we want to chat with you, but call us and chat on the phone. Don't come down here. Don't put yourself at risk, because a lot of them have, diabetes or high blood pressure, or they have COPD or something like that. And I'm like, please just call us. Stop coming into the pharmacy. Stop going out when you don't have to be out. And it's been a very difficult conversation to have, because I know my dad especially, he's been doing very, very well with this, because my mom has been like, no, you are not going out. And he's been very good at listening to her. But prior to this, my dad is like, that's his day, is he goes out of the house, he goes to the grocery store like almost every day, or he goes to the auto parts store, or he goes to the pharmacy, or he goes and stocks up on bottled water or whatever. He has his little routines that he goes out every day. And this is a big change for him to be in the house. And so he's like, well, maybe I could just go for a drive, or I could just go out in the driveway and work on the car a little bit, and, wash my car, work in the yard. Like, we have wonderful weather today. It is gorgeous outside. It's super sunny. It's a little bit breezy, it looks like, but very sunny and nice. So this is a perfect day to go out and work in the yard, which I'm going to actually do in a little bit too. But we keep encouraging all the dads that come in, like, this is what you should be doing right now. Like, this is better for you than coming in and unnecessarily exposing yourself to possible illness because you're going to the store constantly. And I am starting to finally see people taking it a little bit more seriously. That kind of worried me in the beginning, that people were like, oh, I don't need to worry about this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you really do. You really do. Everybody needs to worry about this. So we are starting to see people take it a little bit more seriously, because at first people were joking about it. And it's okay to joke. I'm not gonna say don't joke. Like, keep making COVID-19 memes and like laughing about stuff and laughing about social isolation and how you're like doing it, because you have to laugh in this world. You have to laugh or you will just lose your mind. Like, and that's fine. And I'm not saying that, but I'm saying laugh about it, but also take it seriously. Like, you know, don't be like, oh, this is a joke, we don't have to do this. Be like, it sucks that we're doing this, and here's how we're gonna, you know, find humor in this situation. Because you have to find humor in the situation. You have to do things like send your husband to the grocery store and draw him a map of how to find the salmon that you want for lunch. That's what I did, because he didn't know where the salmon was. And I was like, you walk in the door, walk past the produce, go past the cold juice section, through the bulk products, make a left, and then you will find it on an end cap. But that's the kind of shit you have to do. And, you know, maybe have Chardonnay in a pit bull coffee mug in the morning. Maybe you have to do that. I'm just saying it's not the worst idea. I'm just saying, you know, you have to live your life how you live your life. Okay, I'm gonna get my list out. Okay, I made this list on Monday, and clearly I did not stick with it, because Monday says, film plan with me, finish editing this, do this. I did post my vlog that day, I think. Or at least I finished editing it, so I can mark that in there. It's been helpful for me to like go back and mark things in after the fact, because it's been hard for me to plan out in advance what things are going to be happening, I guess. So I did kind of put in here like yesterday was Wednesday. Okay, I'm having a really hard time with days. I bet I'm not the only one here. Okay, so yeah, we made dinner that night. We switched those. Actually, we did these last. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in here because I did edit the vlog this day. I guess I can use a bigger sticker because I'm not really doing anything. It's weird to have such an empty, and I'm behind on my YouTube schedule, obviously. I mean, obviously. It's what, Thursday? No, what day is it? Yes, it's Thursday. And I'm just doing my plan with me for the week. But I've been so exhausted when I come home. Like, when we watched the Hallmark movies on Friday night, we started watching one and I was like super into it. It was super cute and I really liked it. And I just could not keep my eyes open. By 9 o'clock I was out because the days have been so stressful. Okay. I wish I had a few more of these little dudes here because I wanted to put like our meals. I could use, you know what I'm gonna use? I have some Chrissy Ann Designs stickers. I just need a better pen for them. Okay, I'm gonna use this Chrissy Ann Designs sticker here. It's really cute. It's all meal prep and meal planning, and I like that a lot, but her stickers are so glossy that the pens that I use, these Staedtlers, sometimes they smudge a lot, so I'm gonna try just using like a regular ballpoint pen on this. So we had burgers that night. I think this will smudge less, I think. Yeah, that definitely smudged less, so it doesn't fit with my color scheme, but it's acceptable because it's not smudging. Yay. Okay, then Tuesday I did a Richard Simmons tape that night, I think, and we had shrimp pasta for dinner, so I'll put that on here. This doesn't exactly match, but I think it's close enough. We made that shrimp and asparagus pasta again that we made last week. It is super springy, very fresh, very tasty. And I can put my workouts in too, because I do have the stickers that go with the workouts too. I'm really getting use out of this stuff here. Okay, I'm getting my days all confused. So this was the day that we did Richard Simmons, or I did Richard Simmons. I don't think husband joined me on this one. And then on Tuesday, we went for a walk. It was a little bit chilly, but it was still really nice to get like out of the house and just go for a walk. And I don't know where you live, if it has been happening there, but in our area, there have been so many more people out and about because of this. Like, they said that you're allowed to do fitness. Basically, you're allowed to leave your house to go to essential things, like, for example, those of us that have to work, or to go to the grocery store or the pharmacy, and also you can go outside for fitness. So we have seen people everywhere because they're going outside and working out and doing walks and everything. And it's starting to get better that people are starting to keep a distance. But at first people were like not understanding that you have to keep a distance. And I'm like, this is defeating the purpose. If you're all outside, like, yes, it's maybe less likely to transmit than touching surfaces that would have the virus on it, but still, you gotta keep your space. And people are finally starting to get the hint of that. Like, oh, okay, we have to keep space between each other. So last night when I went for my run, people were like, okay, if they saw you coming up the sidewalk, one of you would move into the bike lane and the other one would come out. Which, like, it's not ideal to run in the bike lane, I understand that, but better than giving each other viruses. Better than spreading germs. Okay, so I ran last night. We just had pizza, Trader Joe's pizza for dinner, and that was fine. Okay, we're on to today now. Today is my first day off after, well, I had Sunday off, but it was like, didn't really feel like it counted because it was like I was so tired. I literally took a nap. I thought I would like lie down for like half an hour and just kind of rest after my long run, and I was out for a full 2 hours and I couldn't even wake up. Like, I think husband brought me food at some point. I kind of vaguely remember him bringing me food, and that was like, I woke up and ate it and then went right back to sleep. I was so fucking tired that day. Today I'm going to work in the garden. I did take my allergy medicine because that's been another like really difficult thing about working in an area, you know, still having to go to work, being around people who are sick. You know, we don't have any known cases right now, but you never know. Anybody who coughs, you're like, well, but right now it's also allergy season and things are starting to bloom, which is beautiful and wonderful, and I cannot wait for springy weather and warm weather. But at the same time, it's making my allergies bad, and so it's like panic time. Like, every time I cough, I'm like, oh no, is this it? But like, no, it's probably not. It's really just that my allergies are bad because things are blooming. So I'm gonna put my these are from Fox and Cactus, little gardening. But since I want to work in the garden today, I was like, I definitely have to take my allergy medicine. So I just took it a little bit ago, and we'll see how I feel. I haven't been taking it at work because it makes my hands shake sometimes because it has to do with that I take Claritin D. And sometimes it makes my hands shake, and my anxiety is already so bad that I don't want to add to it. So I haven't been taking it on days that I work. And I also haven't been taking any ibuprofen for sinus headaches, which that's my worst part of my allergies. I get sinus headaches, like very bad sinus pressure behind my eyes. And in the fall, it was so bad that my doctor made me take a steroid dose pack for a week because I just could not get the sinus pressure to come down with like OTC sinus meds. And so that's the worst part, but I haven't been taking ibuprofen because every day when I wake up in the morning and when I come home from work, I have been checking my temperature to make sure I don't have a fever, because if I have a fever, then I will, try to not go into work, see if they can get coverage for me. But I've been checking it every day so that way I have a baseline. So I've been trying to avoid taking ibuprofen so that way it doesn't mask a fever. It's a weird way of living right now, but I feel like that makes me feel better. Then I know I'm going into work without a fever. And if I had a fever, then I would be like, hey, I don't think I should go into work. Doing what I can to keep myself and my patients healthy and my coworkers healthy as well. And it's making me like a little bit more neurotic than I already am. And as you all know, I'm already there. Like, I don't have a far drive to go to get to neurotic. So it's been a struggle. But today I'm off work and I was finally like, I can take my allergy medicine. So hopefully that'll help when I go out to work in the garden. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. I wanna do a couple things in the front yard because my tulips are gonna come up soon. The green parts are up, they haven't flowered yet, but I'd like to like mulch around that. So that's on my list. Okay, so I'm gonna put some other things on here that I want to accomplish today. So I do need to finish. We decided we're going to try to really work on the blog in the next 6 days when I'm off, because I had no energy to do anything creative besides like working on photos. And so I'm going to try to finish the Lunar New Year post, which I still haven't done. It's almost done, but I have to finish a little bit. Edit my 200 photos, which I've been doing every day while we watch Twin Peaks or whatever. I have 3 loads of laundry to do. Edit this plan with me after I film it. And then we are making salmon with mango salsa for dinner. I want to declutter 2 things today. My sock drawer, and I have another under the bed box. I did one of the under the bed boxes last week. I want to do the other one. I was hoping to do like bigger projects today, but it took me a long time to get going this morning. I tried to like let myself sleep in, so I slept in until almost 8 a.m., which is like unheard of for me. I'm trying to really just take care of my body and do what I can to stay healthy right now. Okay, so that's my Thursday list. Now I'm gonna do my Friday list. Okay, so for tomorrow, I want to focus on decluttering. I am going to try to run tomorrow. I was going to run today, but husband wants to go for a walk. And I said, well, it's beautiful weather. Why don't we go to the cemetery? So I think we're going to walk either to the cemetery or we're going to go to the cemetery and walk in the cemetery later. And I don't know which cemetery. There's 2 cemeteries near here that would be ideal for this. So tomorrow I'm going to run. I wanted to do like a nice like 8-mile run during the week. Like I know I was like bitching about fitting those into my schedule, and now I'm like, I want to do that, but part of me is like, well, there's no point. There's no point. So I'm gonna actually add walk onto here because that's what we're gonna do for our fitness. And I'll put my little Flora in her sneakers. And then today, since I am doing laundry, I'm gonna put my little, this is from Tiny Little Tulip, little pug doing laundry. Well, I'll put it over here even though it's today's task, because that's where it fits. Okay, that's cute. Saturday is going to be my long run. I guess I'm just going to do 10 miles. I don't really see any purpose in doing more than 10 or 12 miles right now because we don't have anything, you know, nothing is planned. Yeah, and then Saturday's to-do list is I want to do the guest room closet, which is going to be a long, drawn-out product. And then I'm going to write the leap year post for the blog. I may not post it yet. And then we got to do jelly of the month. That's another post we can do. And that's all I'm going to put on here. I think for dinner this night, I'm going to put steak. We got some steak to put on the grill. And I've really been craving mashed potatoes, like comfort food. I've been eating cereal every night. Okay, apparently this is like the longest plan with me, even though I'm not doing fucking anything. So it just cut off. I don't know where it cut off, and I apologize about that. Anyway, I don't want to not run because I like running, but at the same time, it's hard to get motivated about like longer distances because I'm like, well, why the fuck am I doing this if I'm not running a marathon on May 3rd? But, you know. So those are all of those things in there. The last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add in my habit trackers for the week. So I have 3 things that I'm trying to track. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is my 5-year memory journal, which I'll show you what that is. It is this thing here. I got this, I think I got this like 2 years ago and I never used it. I started using it last year, and then when my life got chaotic in the middle of the year, it dropped off. I don't remember when I stopped. Oh, May. I guess I stopped using it in May. So anyway, it gives you like little prompts every day. So like I'll show you some that I haven't filled in so you don't see my embarrassing answers. If I could be in the Olympics, I would compete in the sport of ... The person I know with the best sense of humor is ... My first thought of the day was about ... So you just kind of fill it in, and it's like little prompts. You can see like how I'm only doing like 1 sentence or maybe 2 sentences. Some of them are very easy to fill out, like, I don't know. So I like doing this, and my goal was to have this part of my morning routine, to have my morning routine be get up, put on my light box, fill this out, fill out my bujo, do my llama lettering of the day, and then do my whatever I do from there, like photos or video edits or whatever. So, but I want to make sure, I've been like forgetting to do that every day, so I'll do like 3 days in a row. So I want to make sure that I'm checking in with that every day. The other thing is checking into my Spark team, which I've been hit or miss. I've been doing it like every other day, but I'd like to check in every day. And the final thing is to do this journaling challenge that my friend Abby got me started on. It's Amber Ray is the Instagram person who's doing it, but It's every morning she gives you a prompt and then you write the prompt. So I started this on Monday. I think it actually officially started on Sunday, but I couldn't get the first prompt to load on the first day, so I started on Monday. I might do a day where I do 2 in that day to catch up, but anyway, this is a notebook that my friend Danielle, the one who is Layla's buddy on Wednesdays, Danielle got me this last year and I think it's so cute. It's for Fox's sake. And so this is the notebook I'm using. I'm gonna put a title page in here, but I've been doing my prompts every day, and it's just like kind of tapping in with your feelings and like trying to work through your emotions and how you're feeling every day. And I've really been enjoying it because it's guided prompts. So it's a little bit different than the memory keeping that I do every day in my bullet journal, which is more like I did these things today. And sometimes it is like how I feel about things or what I'm stressed about or whatever, but it's more like a record of the things that I do each day and things to remember from that day, because I have a hard time remembering what I do each day if I don't write it down. So this is more like tapping into your emotions, like they had you fill out these certain prompts. I want to feel this way I will. At the end of this journey, I want to feel. And then the second day was talk to an emotion that's been overruling you. So obviously that was anxiety for me. And then yesterday was like talk to your inner wisdom or your, spirit or whatever. I chose spirit, like instead of God, because I'm pagan and I don't really have that kind of thing. But so then that's guidance from your inner wisdom or your spirit or God or whoever talking to you and like getting you through it. So I've been really, really enjoying these and I want to keep doing that. So that's my third prompt on here. Okay, I think that is everything that I could add here for right now. I may go back and add stuff in as the week goes on again, because I really did like doing that last week. That helped me see like, okay, this is what I did with my days. Like I didn't just, come home and be lazy, which it's okay to be lazy right now. Like if that's what you're feeling and that's your emotion that you're feeling and that's all you have the space for, that's okay. It's a scary fucking time right now, and if you're disappointed about stuff being canceled, like races or vacations, we were supposed to be leaving. This was supposed to be the day that we left on vacation, and we have it rescheduled in 2 months, but I don't know if it's going to happen in 2 months even. I mean, we have so much uncertainty right now. And it's okay to just take things one day at a time. And I want to say that. And I want to say that it's okay to be disappointed. It doesn't mean that you're being shallow or callous or that you're not concerned about the real things of people being sick and people dying. Because those two things can coexist. You can be disappointed about shit that you were looking forward to, and that being canceled. You can still feel disappointed about that stuff and simultaneously recognize that it's for the greater good and it's the right thing to do to cancel these things or postpone these things, and also still feel empathy and sympathy for the people who are sick and who are going through this, and for the workers who are working and dealing with this in a much more. You can be bored and stressed and not enjoying being stuck at home and still feel sympathy and empathy for those people who have to go to work. Like these things can coexist. You can feel all of these emotions at one time. And I have seen some people being like chastised for that online, and it's like, you're perfectly okay to feel disappointed. Believe me, I'm bummed as fucking hell. I had 2 trips to California planned in April and I'm not going on either one. I haven't canceled the one at the end of the month to the desert yet, because they still haven't actually made an official ruling on Go Wild because of the hotel issue, but I still have that stuff to postpone, but I know it's going to be postponed, and it sucks. Like I was looking forward so much to just getting away to the desert for a few days after the conference. The conference I was looking forward to, it's okay to be disappointed about that, and it doesn't mean that you're an asshole if you're disappointed about that stuff. Like it doesn't mean that you're insensitive or anything like that. You can have all of these emotions coexisting at once. So I just wanted to say that because I have seen some people getting shit for that, and it's like, no, these both things can go on, Anyway, this is my week. This is where we stand. I am going to get dressed and we are going to go for a walk now, I think. And I'm going to work in my garden, and I'm going to try to take things one day at a time and find the little joys in every day that I can. And yeah, I hope that you can do the same. I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope that you are washing your hands. I hope that you are not touching your face unless you just washed your hands. All of the good things. Staying at home when you can. Please check on your dads and your grandpas and your uncles and whoever that is a 60-something and up dude who is still going to the pharmacy and the grocery store. Check on them because they're bored. And if you help them not be bored, that will help them stay out of the stores. So I hope everybody has a great week. Hang in there. We will get through this. All right, take care.